Let's now turn our attention to our team coverage discussion this evening. First out is our planning and research editor, Edmund Nyabola, live from home here in Nairobi. Edmund, I'm not sure if you're in your swimming shorts, but there is a phrase in town, and that's working from home, which coincidentally is what you are having to do tonight.
Well, Mark, me having to do this from the comfort of my humble abode actually exemplifies what the new face of work does look like. And actually, employers and companies are employing this as an alternative to ensure continuity of work and business. But the question is, how do you ensure quality? How do you ensure timeliness? And of course, issues of supervision when someone is working away from the office? Take a look.
Ephraim Mwiti has been taking this short walk to work for the last 6 weeks now. Dressed down, the tax expert settles down in his home study to begin his day. The global pandemic has shut the doors of his employer's office.
Working from home has its perks. You don't spend 3 to 4 hours in traffic. You get to exercise, at your own time. Sometimes you get to eat a better meal than you would have to when you're working in the office. So it makes a big difference in the way you're able to deliver and add value.
This is the new face of work, the new normal for many Kenyan employees united by technology in communication and delivery.
The lack of the personal interaction. Sometimes you get to walk over to a colleague's desk and ask a question. We don't have that at the moment because you're mostly doing that via the virtual platforms of, say, Skype or Teams.
But every person is different under supervision from that which they are without it. Now you see him, now you don't. Ephraim admits that he sometimes succumbs to the distractions that come with this paradigm shift. From the irresistible, sometimes longer than appropriate entertainment breaks, to the allure of the sweet scent of kitchen spoils.
It comes down to discipline. It's about having a work plan. So when you start off the day, you need to have a routine and you need to stick to that routine, because at the end of the day, there is work to be done, there are deadlines to be met.
From my current organization, we are very known to doing remote, so for us it's nothing.
Maureen Njuguna is a director and the human resources lead at Andela, a technology company with staff across Africa working remotely.
Companies have been forced to adjust so quickly in such a short period of time because you still want to continue delivering value and earning revenue. And because of that, they've tried to find whatever means they possibly can to make sure that work is still delivered.
How do you ensure that someone is actually delivering from home as opposed to just spending their time perhaps doing other things?
If you don't have a clear routine where you know you wake up at this time and you start working at this time, then it can be a disruption. I think the second one that we found at least has worked for me and it's working for others is having a clear space that you use. So every morning you know that I have my desk sitting here, or have put this space where that's where I go and plug and play and work from. So a lot of our tools are purely secured. We work with companies that are not based here, so we've had to invest heavily to ensure that we also have data protection for any work that we're doing and delivering for them.
Is this what the future of work looks like?
I think the future of work is already here based on what we're currently going through. Because when you think of it from just the basic operational cost a company would go through, if I'm providing space for an employee within the organization, I have to think of different things. I have to think of providing power for them. I have to think of providing a proper work environment for them. I have to think of the space. And space is not cheap for any organization, they can tell you that.
In the words of famous Irish songster Van Morrison, these are the days of new beginnings. There is no past, there's only future. And this may well be the future of work.
I think work will be evaluated from the merits of the end product, not the people. Not people showing up in office with ties. So long as you can deliver at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you are. That should be the future of work.
That the new normal is stretching the human capacity to the limit could never be overstated, but one thing is certain, that this new face of work is one we are not walking away from anytime soon.
Well, as you see there, Ephraim looks dressed down, and that's exactly what I look like here. You might see the tie and the shirt, but it's called a Zoom suit. down there is a different case altogether.